home turf. Hello to everyone watching. Joined by Brock Heward up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And in a while, we're going to find out the answer to a question that fans have been asking for nearly half a year at this point. Who is going to represent this conference in the Super Bowl?
All of these coaches and players preach all season long, never look ahead. You can't do it, right? You've got to focus so much on...
Four quarters between one of these teams and a spot in the Super Bowl. The NFC Championship is underway. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. Straight to the air they go. Completed to his running back. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's a give up the middle. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Throwing now from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing from the gun here. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll give him a 1st down. Throwing it again here. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Running back sent in motion. Here's 2nd and 5. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
So they come on offense now, readying for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by this dual-threat quarterback.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And they'll have 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And they're going to have a first down. From the red zone now. Cut out left. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play with a reliable source of yardage.
And he's able to get this down to the 13. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He'll throw it. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal. He'll throw it yet again. This throw is caught. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here's a give straight up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's results like that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Here's Harris. Spinning his way to the end zone. Touchdown. These guys have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Here's Carter on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 2nd and 3 now. They'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. So here comes this offense for its second series of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
From the 27. Vacates quickly left side. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Even if this QB knew from the very get-go somebody be waiting for him, there's no chance he was going to salvage that play. I'd be surprised if he even got a second to look upfield before he was greeted with the big old open arms for an easy sack.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Back to throw now. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Ball taken in at the 36. And it gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. Now this offense ready to head back out. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through two drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. First and 10, they're going to throw. Finds a man right side. Still has some space inside the 35. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. 7-0 is our score. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, all set up now. First and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice. It doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
And the catch is made for the touchdown. Right on the edge of the goal line for first and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And his guys tie this game 7-7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. Another drive coming up for this offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. The rush gets home, and they stick him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that play action fooled absolutely no one in the building. And honestly, even if he had a better view of what he was looking at, I don't think he had a chance. That rush was on him in a hurry, and they made the sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to the air here. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. To the air now on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Putting a receiver in motion. He's going to throw this one. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Their offense ready to take the field now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
This finds Mitchell complete. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. It is Cup, left side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's a throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
He's dropping back to throw. Complete out to the right side. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Wow, special teams highlight here. What a kick, downing it at the 1. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The offense headed back to the field. They're looking at the entire field in front of them. A long drive ahead, Brock, as they start out very close to their own goal line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back to the well again. Escapes a defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives them the 1st.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Sending a receiver left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Gets the feet in. That's a catch.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Still sticking with the passing game. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 11. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll give him a 1st down. They'll throw it again. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They've got a man in motion. 2nd and 1. Completed to his running back. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Throwing it again here. Finds some time left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. Another try following the sack. Brought in right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They kick the running back in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They take over on offense now pretty late in this 1st half. And with just under 40 seconds left to go, Brock, they can try a drive, but they got to hurry. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Catch made by Mitchell. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 22-yard line.
Throwing it just before halftime. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. That's halftime. Only 2 quarters standing between one of these teams and the NFC spot in the Super Bowl. Now we'll jump from South up to North America. Hear from Jonathan Coachman in Orlando with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Which one of these 2 clubs is going to be Super Bowl bound? We'll find out in just a little bit. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's send it back over to Kate and Brock. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point.
The ball is
this
teed
has
up
the feeling of a game that could go right down
3.
to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive in the second half. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. He finds Woods. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 29-yard line.
From the 29. Setting up the running back screen. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 41. Finds Woods. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Takes the handoff, now to throw. He's got a man left. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 48. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one right down the middle. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7.
Our home team, 7.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Now outruns their offense to take over. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of it.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Back out runs their offense. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be a first down. They're throwing it. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Slot man in motion left. From the 27. Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. He finds him right side. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. He'll throw it yet again. Flushed out of the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You could just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys double their lead to 14. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They motion the tight end over. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Running behind center with Harris. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Pass play coming here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll give him a first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up first down. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Looking for a throw here. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. So they send out the field goal units and try for 3 on this one. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll get him back to 11.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Evans now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Throwing from the gun. Looking slant route, complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. They've got possession, just 1 quarter from advancing in the postseason. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Pass play now. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They give it to him again. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8. They'll try and throw it here. That one's complete, right side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. from the 37. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll give him a first down. Still sticking with the passing game. That one's complete over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At the 20-yard line.
They'll throw it again. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he gets this forward to the 19. Third down, 1 yard to go. They send a man in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Hits him on the in route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They are throwing it again. He brings it in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Now looking to throw. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. They're headed up the middle. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. No gain, maybe just a couple of inches on the run. That brings up 4th and goal.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Less than a yard, all that's needed on 4th and goal. He gets one more shot at it. And he runs it across. Touchdown! These guys have likely locked up the win right there. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
That one right down the middle. And these guys push their lead to 18.
Our home team, 10.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Setting up a throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Third and 5.
He'll look to throw. This finds Mitchell, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. He finds Woods. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. He'll throw it yet again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Dropping back to throw. Taken in by Harris. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. 3rd and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds Woods. And he's taken down at the 30. Offense up to the line fast. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets him 1 as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning from Rio. These guys hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Throwing the out route, complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. 1st down from the red zone. Gets this to Woods. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They've got to keep moving quick here. Intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
This offense getting all set for this series. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Back-to-back carries here. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And one last huge step has been taken, partner, as they claim that George Halas Trophy as NFC champions. And now just 1 step and 1 trophy remain. 2 weeks from now when they take the field in the Super Bowl. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It was a great effort from our winners as we say goodbye from Rio de Janeiro.